Liverpool, Anfield, summer 2025. Trent Alexander-Arnold is gone. Overnight, a creative void opens up. From the shadows, a new name steps forward. Dominik Szoboszlai, a Hungarian midfielder who once looked like just another big signing, now becoming the man of the moment. Against Arsenal, everything was tight. Every pass contested until the 68th minute, a free kick from 32 yards. Szoboszlai steps up, strikes. The ball curls, kisses the net. Anfield erupts. He's no longer just a replacement for Trent. He's the heartbeat, the hidden playmaker, the new set-piece master. This isn't just a beautiful goal, it's a turning point, a moment that could define the season. Arne Slot's new rhythm is clear, fluid, dynamic, unpredictable. In this system, Szoboszlai doesn't just fill Trent's shoes, he redefines them. Slot drifts him into a hybrid role, an inside right pocket, not a traditional right back. A creator first, a defender second. First 3 league games, started all 3. 1 goal scored, that free kick versus Arsenal. 4 shots, 1 on target, 0 assists. Yet everything felt orchestrated from him. Match 1, Bournemouth. The game opens, chances created. Szoboszlai driving from deep, subtle, tactically urgent. Match 2, Newcastle. A thriller, 3-2 win. Szoboszlai a base. No goals, but spine-steady play. Match 3, Arsenal. The theatre of Anfield, everything level until the 83rd minute. A free kick, 32 yards out. Szoboszlai steps up, calm, that curl, pure precision. Net explodes. Liverpool leapfrog to the top. 3 wins from 3, 9 points. Perfect record intact. Slot's blueprint affirmed. That goal wasn't just a strike, it was a statement. I am Trent's heir, but in my own right. The fans echoed it. Analysts dissected it. Now, Liverpool march into the international break, leading the title race. Because in Slot's vision, Szoboszlai isn't a stopgap. He's the spark, the pulse, the story now. But to understand how Szoboszlai became Liverpool's heartbeat, we need to go back. Back to where it all started. Dominik Szoboszlai's journey didn't begin under the lights of Anfield, but in the small Hungarian city of Székesfehérvár. He was a kid with a ball at his feet, a huge dream, and a country that wasn't sure what to make of him. Big clubs overlooked him. Critics at home doubted him. Even as his talent became obvious, whispers grew louder. Could he really match discipline with skill? Could he ever turn promise into success at the very top of football? At just 16, he made the kind of decision that defines a career. He left the comfort of Hungary and moved to Red Bull Salzburg's academy. It was a bold leap into the unknown. A new country, a new language, a new life. Birthdays and holidays were spent alone, swapped for grueling training sessions and long, lonely nights. Hungarian pundits watched closely, some with hope, many with skepticism. There was always a yes, but with Szoboszlai, one analyst said. Yes, he had talent, but was he adaptable enough? Yes, he had potential, but would he rise when it mattered? To many, he looked like just another overhyped prospect heading for mediocrity. But for Szoboszlai, those doubts became fuel. Every lonely evening, every hard session at the academy was another step forward. He was shaping himself, not just as a footballer, but as a person, building the resilience he would need to surprise everyone. At Red Bull Salzburg, the dream felt real, but so did the test. The facilities were world-class, and the coaching elite, but the competition was brutal. He came in as a promising talent, yet he knew from day one that talent alone wouldn't be enough. Every training session felt like an audition, every teammate a rival fighting for the same future. There were moments when the pressure became almost too much. In interviews, he later admitted that during his first year, he would call his mother over and over, telling her he was tired, bored, and wanted to go home. But going home wasn't really an option for a boy who had already sacrificed so much and crossed borders to chase his dream. Leaving Salzburg would have meant giving up entirely, so he stayed and he fought. On the pitch, the glimpses of brilliance began to appear. He earned more and more minutes, showing his vision, his sharp passing, and his ability to score stunning free kicks. His coaches pushed him to step out of his comfort zone, trying new positions and expanding his skill set. Every challenge added another layer to his game and shaped him into a more complete midfielder. By 2021, he had outgrown Salzburg and took the next step, joining RB Leipzig. It looked like the perfect move, but the timing couldn't have been worse. A stubborn groin injury sidelined him for months, and once again, the doubts returned. Had he jumped to a higher level too soon? Could he really break into Leipzig's crowded midfield? This was one of the hardest phases of his career. He trained alone while his teammates thrived, watched games from the stands, and felt the weight of expectation creeping back in. But instead of giving up, he committed himself even more to his recovery. While others began to write him off, Szoboszlai kept his focus. And when he finally returned, he wasn't just ready to compete, he was determined to show exactly why Leipzig had chosen him in the first place. By the summer of 2023, all the sacrifices and lonely nights had paid off. Dominik Szoboszlai's relentless rise had drawn the eyes of Europe's biggest clubs. Liverpool, desperate to refresh their midfield under Jurgen Klopp, moved fast. They triggered his £60 million release clause and made him one of their headline signings. For Szoboszlai, it was another huge step, and with it came the same old questions. The Premier League is unforgiving, even for the best players. Its pace and intensity crush reputations quickly. Could Szoboszlai survive Klopp's pressing machine? Could he handle the weight of the cop, the scrutiny, the noise of one of the most passionate fan bases in football? He answered almost immediately. From his first games in red, Szoboszlai played with a calmness and authority that made him look like a Premier League veteran. His energy, his technique, his hunger to win the ball back, all of it clicked. Within weeks, he was linking with Mohamed Salah, overlapping with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and driving Liverpool forward as if he'd always been there. The critics who once pointed at his shortcomings started talking about his range. He was everywhere, recovering possession, threading precise passes, hitting thunderous strikes from distance. Some even dared to whisper a comparison with Steven Gerrard, a name that carries weight at Anfield. It's a tough name to match, but Szoboszlai didn't shrink from it. He embraced it. Moving to Liverpool didn't just improve his performances, it reshaped his legacy. The doubted teenager from Hungary had arrived on one of football's grandest stages and proved he belonged. He was no longer just a promise. He had become the real thing, and his story doesn't stop at club level. As Hungary's captain, Szoboszlai has turned uncertainty into success on the international stage. Wearing the armband so young would crush some players, but for him it became another proving ground. He has led a team from a nation starved of football glory back into contention, guiding them to a third consecutive European championship. This isn't a side scraping through qualification. Under Szoboszlai's leadership, Hungary has grown bold again. Every match seems to underline his knack for delivering in big moments, like his 2-goal performance against Montenegro that lifted a nation's hopes. Pundits who once questioned his decisions, his injuries, or his move abroad now have little left to criticize. For many Hungarians, he isn't just their captain. He's the face of a revival, drawing comparisons to Ferenc Puskás himself. This ability to prove critics wrong goes deeper than leadership. It's about moments, the key pass under pressure, the goal when the team needs it most, the way he lifts everyone around him. Szoboszlai has become the man who steps up when it matters, carrying his country's pride on his shoulders. Even with the injuries, the criticism, and the weight of expectation, Dominik Szoboszlai has carved out a place at the elite level of world football. His success isn't just about winning games or scoring goals, it's about the journey of how he became the player he is today. Liverpool knew what they were buying when they made him their £60 million signing. A player who combines determination with style. At Anfield, he has shown exactly why Klopp trusted him to refresh the midfield. It isn't only his long-range shots and defense-splitting passes that win people over. It's his attitude. He fights for every ball, runs every yard, and brings a complete package to the pitch. Szoboszlai blends relentless athleticism with creativity, making him indispensable. His energetic pressing is matched by moments of artistry, curling free kicks, driving runs, passes that split defences. With every game, it's clearer he's not just part of Liverpool's transition, he's at the centre of it. Off the pitch, his mindset is just as telling. Criticism doesn't hold him back, it fuels him. Every doubter, every dismissive comment, every jab on social media becomes motivation. He has turned negativity into power. And the real reward isn't just silencing critics. It's showing himself that the sacrifices, the lonely nights, the tough choices were all worth it. From a doubted teenager in Hungary to a leader for his country and a star in Europe's toughest league, Dominik Szoboszlai has proved that determination can turn doubt into destiny. People said he was overrated. They questioned his decisions. Many wondered if he was prepared for the Premier League. Yet, Dominik Szoboszlai has always stayed one step ahead. His story is proof that the best way to silence doubters isn't through arguments or promises, but through performances that speak for themselves. Now he's doing what many believed couldn't be done. His success at Liverpool is just the latest chapter in a career built on overcoming challenges. Each goal, each assist, each victory shows his critics that he's not at football's biggest stages to get by. He's there to shine. In Hungary, Szoboszlai represents the hope of a footballing nation. At Liverpool, he's become the spark in midfield, lighting up the club's future. And to his critics, he's a living reminder of what they let slip away. What makes Szoboszlai's story even more fascinating is that it's still unfolding. Even after everything he's achieved, the 23-year-old insists he's just getting started. He has dreams to chase, trophies to win, and records to break. With the 2025/26 season now underway, he's stepping onto the pitch with even more hunger. The pre-season buzz from Anfield is that Szoboszlai looks sharper, stronger, and more determined than ever, ready to take on new challenges, add more goals and assists, and push Liverpool back to the top of English and European football. The laughter that once surrounded his name has faded, replaced by admiration and respect. Maybe that's the true success of Dominik Szoboszlai's journey. He transformed doubts, criticism, and laughter into the fuel that drives him forward. Today, everyone is taking Szoboszlai seriously, watching closely as he builds a legacy. And the greatest moments may still be ahead. From doubters to believers, Szoboszlai's incredible rise is a lesson in resilience and determination. If you're inspired by his story, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more remarkable football journeys.